We people will join it. So this is that not premium one, not premium account. So then probably 40 minutes will get disconnected once again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And Francis, what is the meeting number? So
123.
123. Okay.
It's there in that poster. 1, 2, 3. Yes.
We are just 6 people.
We have speakers and people will be joining in.
I hope so.
Evaluators, Shyamala, Ashish, and
Francis, do one thing. Who have started the recording? If possible, stop it. Otherwise, then this will be too lengthy. Let everyone comes at the time of start. Then we will do.
Apoorv can do it.
Stopped recording. Finally, some new faces.
Who told that?
Shyamala ma'am yet to come, right? Then
Yes.
Ashish, Shyamala.
Still 6.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning, Toastmasters Aparna.
Morning.
Congratulations, we increased it by one. So now.
Yes. So yeah, I think Kamesh, you can start.
Yeah, okay. A very good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Kamesh and I'm the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. So before I just start with the meeting, I just want to walk you all through few ground rules of the meeting. So the first thing is, so each and every one of us, we just use the mobile phones. So in case if you are having a mobile phone beside, please do put it on a silent mode. And in case when you're not speaking, please be on mute. And in case if you just wanted to speak, please avoid crosstalks whenever the speaker is giving the speech, or if anyone is just giving the talks. And most importantly, abstain from speaking about sensitive topics like sex, religion, and politics. So I hope everyone are clear with the ground rules. And also, I request each and everyone to please turn on your camera to make this meeting more lively and animated. So please do acknowledge by turning on your camera. Okay. So with this, as everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, by the same token, even our Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive reinforcing learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this meeting as open, and I now hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ujjawal. Toastmaster Ujjawal, it is all yours, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh, because today you are doing the general evaluator role and essay role also, and accidentally you have taken the essay role. That's good. So first of all, welcome all to this 123rd meeting of the Meadows Toastmaster Club. So today the theme of the meeting will be letting go. So I just wanted to know what do you all understand by letting go? Anyone have any idea about it?
Accepting the things for what they are without getting attached to anything.
Hope you all are able to see my screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing that connects the human being is the feeling or the emotions. But as we all in the situation or in our recent days where everybody is in tension, where everybody have good mental health or a bad mental health. This is very important that most in India, I have seen a survey that most of the people are suffering with any mental issue, whether it can be a stress, it can be a depression, it can be a mood swing. How you are handling those things, and on a daily basis, how you are letting go those things, or how you are helping yourself to not to go in an unwanted situation. So today's is the main heading of that topic. Apart from that, one of the best way we can heal these things from the lessons what we learn in the life and what we use to choose the path to grow, and the connections which we made in the journey of our life. That's it's all about should have been, or can we become the immobilized in the pain that everyone should be there. Like it should not be like this person comes and he tortured you very badly mentally or anything, and after that it's like he went. So it's upon you on the journey. Too many people will come, good people will come, bad people will come. It's depend upon you how you are carrying with that situation. So I will not bore you too much on this topic as of now. Let's come to the first part of the meeting, and I will explain you all the three roles which is there. First one is the prepared speech, where all the speaker will give their speech based on their projects and based on their levels. And the second one is the most interesting table topic session, where the guest or the person or the members, we will give an opportunity for them to speak on any topic and think within 30 seconds. That is another challenging part. And the most important part is the evaluation, because after all the session we need to evaluate whether our timing is correct, or our counter is means what we are saying is correct or not. So to help them, in our team we have the tag team, and I will request the Kamesh, who is today the general evaluator, will help them to know the norms of the tag team. Kamesh, stage is yours.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster. And once again, I'm back this time as a general evaluator. And for the benefit of our members and guests, I'm the general evaluator today, and I conduct the evaluation portion of our meeting. I will be calling on a tag team to assist me with giving feedback to our speakers, and I will evaluate the entire meeting as well at the end. So I would now request my entire tag team. So I just want to begin with the timer for today's session. So timer, do we have the timer?
Vijay is he didn't attend it, right? I think.
Okay. Okay, then I will just move on with the R counter for today's meeting. So I now request R counter G Prasanna Kumar to lay down the rules.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh. The purpose of the R counter is to note any overused words or filter sounds used as a crunch by anyone who speaks during the meeting. Words may be inappropriate interjections such as and, well, but, so, and, you, no. Sounds may be So I would be presenting the feedback once the session is completed. Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Kumar. And I just wanted to listen, because since it's been a long time since I had been to these meetings, I just wanted to know the level of filler words that I use in my language. Well, thank you so much for briefing your role. And now I request the Grammarian Aparna to lay down the rules.
Yeah, good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. So I am the grammarian for today's meeting, and it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usage. I'll take note of any improper language as well as any outstanding words, quotes, sayings, or thoughts. As grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word is incipient, which means just beginning. I'll encourage people to use the word of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Kamesh.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, Grammarian Aparna. And we need a timer as well. Francis, can anyone take up the timer role?
Yeah, I think Swapnil, do you have any role? If not, you can pick it up.
Swapnil, looks like you're talking on mute.
Okay, I'll take the timer, but I do not have all those because recently my system has been formatted. So
Yeah,
all
that's
those
okay.
I
there are
will
no-
share the cards with you. I'll share the cards with you.
Cool. Yeah, I was about to talk.
So should we proceed further?
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, we need to brief the rules as well for that timer. So let me say for the prepared speeches. So okay, for the prepared speeches, the timing will be 5 to 7 minutes, and 5 minutes at 5 minutes will be showing the green card. At 6 will be showing yellow, and red at 7 minutes. And evaluations, it is the timing allocated is 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 will be showing the green card. At 2 minutes 30 seconds will be showing the yellow card, and at 3 minutes will be showing the red card. And for table topic sessions, it is going to be 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 we'll be showing green, 1 minute 30 seconds it's yellow, and at 2 minutes it's green. And in addition to that, you will also be provided with a grace time of 10 seconds to just think about the topic for table topic sessions. So please let me know in case if I had briefed all the rules about the timing. TMOD, Ujjawal.
Yeah, sure, General Evaluator Kamesh.
Yeah.
So thank you. You have done double work today, actually. And apart from that, now let's come to the first session of the today's meeting is the prepared speech. So before I call on stage, Toastmaster Shyamala, may I request Apoorv to reach out the speech objectives for Shyamala ma'am.
Ujjawal, so can we, there's a guest also. Can we introduce the guest?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir. Hi, Toastmaster.
Hello,
Hi.
Deepa, right?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, all good.
So her name is Deepa Chauhan, and she's a close friend of mine, and she's wanting to join Toastmasters for a long time. And I thought, why not increase our membership as well?
Welcome, Deepa. We would also look forward to seeing you in our in-person meetings and at a point in time see you as a part of the club. Thank you again for joining and a warm welcome.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Enjoy the session, Deepa.
Okay, moving on to Master
Apoorv.
Shyamala's speech today. Her speech title is On a Wing and a Prayer. There is no objective here because she's testing out her speech for the contest that she's having, area contest that she's gonna have. So let's talk about Toastmaster Shyamala. I mean, come on, she's a venerable leader. Like, there's not a lot we can add to it. Apart from that, there's a lot that we have learned from her is how to get 0 on your R counter, right? Speak slowly with purpose and you get your R counter as 0. Another thing that we have also learned from her, and actually I'm still learning from her, is how to be forceful without being rude. So those are qualities worth learning from her. So let's go back to Toastmaster Shyamala. Speech title, On a Wing and a Prayer.
A very good morning, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Apoorv. Can you see me clearly and hear me? Great. On a Wing and a Prayer. The title seems very intriguing, doesn't it? Toastmaster Priyanka, do you think it's intriguing? Okay. What does it mean? The phrase actually originated in the Second World War when a pilot lost one of the wings of his plane. And just with one wing and a prayer, he managed to land. So does that mean I'm going to speak about my flying experience or my flights? No. But the speech indeed is related to one of the flights or two flights that changed my life forever. A step back to circa 2000. I was living in New York at the time. I wanted to make sure that, back in those days, there was not really the phone. There was not really the WhatsApp chats that we could have right now. All that existed was the long distance ISD calls and the Yahoo messengers. And I was getting married in November 2001. And my mom, yes, ladies, believe me, my mom did my trousseau shopping for my wedding. It was not me. So we had agreed that I would reach the office by around 8:15 and chat with her and explain to her what are the colors that I like and what is it that I wanted as a part of my trousseau. So, okay. And I told her I'll be there at 8:15. And what I decided was I'll go there, have a great call with my mom. I'd give her all my rainbow list, if you will, and then it will be a fantastic day. So on that note, and a lot of anticipation of a would-be bride's shopping, I go to office. What is the commute to office? It is barely 3 train stations away. 3 train stations away from my house to the office, and the train would culminate there, which was the World Trade Center. And from there, it was a 2-minute walk. And I reached office by 8:15 on time to chat with my mom, and here we were exchanging notes. As we were chatting, suddenly around 8:20, the building shuddered. There was a loud noise, and the building shuddered. Something about that noise was an incipient fact that it was not a good noise. I shuddered inside. I couldn't put a finger on anything, but I was very, very nervous. A couple of us moved towards the window. Huge windows that just overlooked the World Trade Center because we were the next building. All we could see was smoke, lots of smoke. Suddenly there was a fear. Back in the 1990s, a small flying plane had gone into the World Trade Center, and some people were guessing the same would have happened. We were guessing, some of us were fearful, some of us were worried because we had friends there. And that's when we saw the second Boeing come like this. Mind you, I'm talking about a Boeing, and you all know this. Come like this, tilt, and then go hit the building. That was the South Tower. Yes, I witnessed that. It was a state of shock, numbness, despair, anger, and all of us were collectively worried. There were even some tears there. There was a lot of anger on what's going on. There was uncertainty in the air. And suddenly these loudspeakers go, all of you rush down. Where was I? On the 46th floor. All of you rush down, and how? Through stairs. Imagine about 1,000 people on the floor trying to rush down the narrow stairs. 46 floors, and on each floor there were about 1,000 people. Imagine the commotion and the chaos it caused on the stairs. There was despair everywhere. The moment we came down, we saw huge smoke. We saw the towers literally burning. And what we really saw that was even more disturbing is people falling out like rag dolls. I'm sure it was because they were either propelled out or they couldn't tolerate the heat inside. And as we were walking, that's when the towers came crashing down. The towers came crashing down, and we could see tunnels of smoke, and we were running through that smoke. What were we running across? People's limbs, people's bodies. Growing up in Mumbai, I've had fair share of knowing about terrorism, and I quote it because we did hear about the Kashmiri exodus, we did hear about the Sikh insurgency, and I thought I knew the world. The early 20s, I thought, yes, I do know what terrorism is all about, and the infamous Bombay bomb blasts. But nothing prepared me for this. Death played havoc. How did the air feel? It felt putrid with the smell of death, the smell of flesh. There was fear, absolute fear in the air. There was a lot of anger in the air. There was a lot of shock in the air, and there was uncertainty in the air because the mobile phones were cut off. Just then, I learned that these two were not the only attacks. Two more planes had attacked, and one of them was close to the Pentagon, a block away from where my then boyfriend and now husband worked. If you really loved somebody, you know how intense that feeling is. You know how intense that feeling is to not know if that person is safe or not. Three reactions from three sets of people in this entire episode: me, fear, anger, uncertainty. What glared at me was the impermanence of life. But what was also remarkable was the kindness of perfect strangers, how they were holding on to each other. From Ashish, who was my husband, he was safe. He didn't know his fiancée was safe. He took a stab from driving from DC to New York. Despite knowing that every toll booth would be manned by officers, he explained to them and he made it. I knew. While this man is not very expressive, I have my knight in shining armor, the man who continues to be the wind beneath my wings. Our parents, they hung on a bare thread of hope, wondering if the wedding is going to still be on. Life lessons that this taught me. Life is impermanent. Tell your loved ones you love them. Don't wait for another day. Second, you can be changed by what happens to you, but refuse to be reduced. While I was fearful at that time, I still fly, and I've still taken wings. On that note, handing it back to the team. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shyamala, for this amazing and the real experience speech. So I think we have only 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, the meeting will get over. So just, Francis, can you share another link in the group so that everyone can join immediately?
Yeah, sure. So we can rejoin the meeting, or I'll just share another link. It's not the District 92's account, so then that's why we have this inconvenience. Sorry for that. Okay. We will rejoin the same meeting.
Same link, right?
Yes, Ujjawal, same link.
Okay. Let's log out and connect in.
Thank you, TMOD. Thank you, TM Ujjawal. Okay, just a minute. So table topic help us practice art of improvisation and also help us think in our feet. It helps us developing skill, listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. To your incipient excitement about today's table topic, as we know, 22nd April was Art Day. The art is what we all have in common. Today's table topic dedicated to Mother Earth. Picker will be selecting the participants. So why wait? Let's have some fun. Yeah, I'll share my screen. Can you, oh, sorry. Can you see my screen? Already started.
Yes, able to see it.
Yeah, so first selection is TM Francis. Yeah, just a minute.
Francis, your speech was also random, means on spot, and this is also on spot.
Just a minute, just a minute.
Yeah, that's right. Just give me a second.
So this is our first topic.
Okay. So the topic is small hands can change the world.
Yeah.
Wow, a very cute image. Okay. So thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for this amazing topic. It has been like an impromptu day for me. So as you look at every single aspect of your life, right, it all starts by taking a small first. Be it you starting to walk when you were small, it was a very tiny step, or you going to conquer and get into some of the top companies, or starting up a business. Everything starts up with a very small step. So always this first step is underrated. but what really matters is taking the first step. So even in Toastmasters, it's very difficult to give that first step of giving a speech or taking up a role. But once you do that and you take tiny steps and you move forward, that's when it actually helps you to take that big step and actually come up with some tangible output. So there is another quote. I think tiny drops of water make a mighty ocean. So it's always very important to start with the smallest of efforts, and as you do it for a very long time, the results start compounding. So, and that's the biggest advantage of whatever you do. The results start compounding in a very rapid way, in which you see results that you could have never seen until you actually do that. And there is another thing, basically 0 to the power 1 is always 0. So if you don't do any efforts, 0 to the power 1000 is also 0, but 0 to the 0.01 to the power 1000 is a huge number. So even like 1% of effort that you do over a very long time can result in a very huge outcome that can actually change the entire dynamics of how you were planning to do the entire thing. So yeah, that's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you, Francis. That was really nice thought. Okay, so our second, just a minute.
Visual.
So Ujjwal is next.
Give me any random question. Let's see.
Okay.
That's pretty interesting.
Okay, this is for you.
I will just describe this photo, which according to me, it's like this. The one who have created this is actually the photo of looking like a Mars photo, where from human side, all the machines and the robot is going, and the robot is handling everything. And from the other side, like from the aliens, someone is coming. So there is an interaction between the humans and the aliens. That what should we do of this planet Mars or Earth, or there is a big discussion or high level meeting is happening at that stage. And
okay.
Apart from that, this is actually a good photo where on a normal day, we can see that if you are going at some place, that something has happened to the machine. But at that time, you are thinking like, why this happened at this time only? You don't have that option. You are thinking that it should happen at when I will be at home. But no one knows at what time, at what situation things may went good or bad. Yeah, back to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, Ujjwal. This different perspective. Okay, so next. Okay, we have winner TM Apoorv. So this is your topic.
Actually, you're on.
We are not able to hear.
Mic is off.
You got the topic right, Apoorv?
Apoorv, you are also not on mute.
But we can't hear you.
And we are not able to hear you.
Okay, cycle to someone else. I'll come back next time till I fix the audio issues.
Let's go with other team members. So yeah,
Okay.
until
Okay.
he will take care of this
Once he's
issue.
done, we will get back.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Spin the wheel again.
So we have inner TM Swapnil.
Yeah, like
So you can see this, right?
I can see. Okay. Imagine a plastic different unit for accusation. Well, look at me. I've been used from several people over the earth. I've been there from several years. How can it possible being destroyed? I've been a man-made, but I'm also a nature lover. I've been from there, I'm getting the birth from your side. So you are the person who has given me the birth. It's not me. You are the person. You are the culprit. You are the victim, and you are just making me the victim. Because once I've been used from your side, you feel like now the Mother Earth is being destroyed. So what's the point? It's not me. It's always be you. You're just using me, and afterwards just throwing like you just want to throw everything. What else I can say over here? So next thing, whenever you try, you invent, or you discover something, make sure you know what are the cons and the cons of the same things, why you are using it, and make sure you destroy or you recycle the same, whichever efforts you like to have to the same. Thanks.
Thank you. It's really good. So Apoorv, you are ready?
Give me a minute. Just give me a minute for writing all the informations before I go.
Am I audible now?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, you are audible. So you know your topic, right?
Yes, I do know my topic. Put yourself in Mother Earth's shoes, and you'll be just as done with us as she is, right?
Yes.
Cool. I'll start now. So recently, I was watching a movie, and one of the dialogues in the movie was that Mother Earth doesn't care, like nature doesn't care. Nature has existed before us; it'll exist after us, and it kind of resonates with me and with the current topic at hand. One of the things about it is pretty simple. Human history, if you go from the Western school of thought, is about 100 to 200,000 years old, right? But Earth itself is about 3.4 billion years ago. And on top of that, if you look about proper habitable environments, that still is about 1.5 billion years. So here's this point of 300 million year gap in the middle of the fossil record where another civilization could have existed. So my question has always been, what if they too were fossil fuel polluters like we are right now? What if Mother Nature wiped them out, or they themselves got wiped out and the wheel of time moved on? And it's now our turn to mess up the stage. And eventually, once we heat up the environment by about 2 degrees more Celsius, the wheel of time will crush us as well and move on. The Mother Nature doesn't care. Part of her charm is that she doesn't care. She would be done with us. We are done with us. And probably we'll find another planet like the Wall-E story to pollute. Over to you. Thank you, TMOD Priyanka, for this great topic. And I apologize about this audio issues.
No issues. It's really very nice to hear from you. Okay, let's go next. Sorry. Just on it.
Choose a recipient first.
Yeah. Right. So now we have winner TM Deepa.
TM Deepa.
So this is your topic. I am granting you a wish to become any bird you like. Which bird you like to be and why?
I have I like peacock. I think can I tell you later?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm
Give it a shot.
confused.
Yeah. Just what you like in peacock, you can tell that.
Because she's very beautiful, that's why.
So she dances in rain.
I have.
It's
You
okay.
like dancing? You
Yeah.
like dancing?
Yeah, sometimes. But sorry for that. I have no idea.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, no problem, no issue. Okay, thank you so much for trying. I know it is so hard to try first time. Okay, so I'll share my screen.
I think we can take one more participant only because we have 3 minutes. It seems 3 minutes left, I think. Yeah,
Okay.
3 minutes 46 seconds.
So we have TM Shyamala.
Hi, since I have already spoken, would you want to give the opportunity to someone else who has not spoken today?
Okay, sure. So TM Ashish.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is your topic.
Campaigning for a new office. Tell us a position on relevant key issues and why we should vote for you. New issues around climate or earth.
No, this is like foreign minister to a animal kingdom. You got this new position. You need
Okay.
to tell us about your key issues and why should we vote for you, and also provided us some slogan of your campaign.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to take 10 seconds to just. Yes. So dear friends and fellow citizens, I'm here today to engage you and invite you to support me so that we can be good neighbors to the neighboring animal kingdom. Animals are a very important part of our life, right? They provide beauty, they provide diversity, and in so many ways, they are also living beings. We are all living beings and we bring different energies on this planet. And without animals, we could not survive. If the human species were to go away like this, nature would still continue, right? But another animal species, if they were to go away, it would cause a lot of imbalance in the environment. A lot of imbalance in terms of vegetation, in terms of one species population rising over another species. Nature has a very delicate balance in how they manage, Earth by having the food chain, by having certain aspects that each animal brings to the table with respect to how nature is balanced. And by creating a disturbance in this, we will see that it impacts not only the entire earth, but definitely the human species. And so it's very important that we have friendly relations with the animal kingdom. And we make sure that we provide them the support that's needed for them to thrive so that we can thrive. Thank you.
It's really nice. Thank you, TM Ashish.
So we have
Okay.
only, I think, 1 minute left. So Francis,
Okay.
again, link.
Do we really need a break?
No. That is actually a break. Changing from one.
Yeah, so I think we can rejoin the new link, no?
Okay. Sure.
Okay, create the new link.
Yeah, I'll send the new link on the group.
Okay.
Sure.
You can give the access. You can give the sharing access.
TMOD Ujjawal, shall I continue with this TTM or it done? I have few more topic.
Yeah, you can. It's 11.
No, there is. Yeah, let's wind it up.
Okay.
So everybody has joined. Everybody is here. Anyone is missing?
Yes, I see 10.
10.
One.
Apoorv, you are here, right? Confirmed?
Yes.
Yeah. Because last time you were a little bit late. That's why I'm confirming it once again. So let's start with the topic. I have some other thing to share. As I was talking about, just give me a minute. Yeah, as I was talking
Also,
about.
Ujjwal, once again, we have time for one more table topic. Yes.
Okay, then Priyanka, you can go ahead.
You're on mute.
You are on mute.
Yeah, it is actually disable sharing screen.
Or can you give access?
Make Priyanka co-host.
How do I give those permissions? Screen sharing?
Just make
Next,
her a co-host. You can make her a co-host that automatically will work.
Priyanka, try now.
Yeah. Yeah, I can share. Okay. So who want to be next? Shall I pick or 3 people left?
You can go next,
Okay.
Mohan. I'm a late entrant.
TM Kamesh. Okay.
Yeah, yes, Priyanka. Maybe what I feel is like we can just give opportunity to the new guests in case.
New guest, who else are there? Huh?
I can, if you want.
Okay. Who is it? Actually, I am not.
Aparna.
Aparna. Okay. Okay. TM Aparna. Say, this is your topic. What are your thoughts if you are a tree in the roadside? I'll stop sharing.
Oh, well, a tree on the roadside can think many things. I mean, it can be somebody who's, well, I am as a tree, I see many people, taking rest under under the shadow, under the leaves. There's a rain that I am able to provide that. As a tree, I'm also scared of people cutting me and using it for their benefit. And I would love to see people pass by me when the flowers are come. People enjoy looking at me. and feel and look and feel good about it. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so
Over
much.
to you, TM Priyanka.
Yeah. So we'll end here. Or someone else
Yeah.
want to talk?
I think everybody has done, right? Prasanna?
Okay. Okay. Over to you, TMOD Ujjawal.
Sure. So, Apoorv, can you give me the screen sharing access? Okay, I have. Let it be. Hope everybody can see my screen. This is the last topic which I'm going to just cover it up. As we all have discussed about the tips of letting go, all the things. I have a very interesting question for all of you. Just give me a few pointers on that. Is letting go of freedom? Anyone can put your thoughts on this. Floor is open to anyone.
So yeah, letting go is freedom, TM Ujjawal, because I think the freedom is the freedom of the freedom from the thoughts that disturb you. So I mean, if we keep those thoughts in our mind, then we are not able to move on as a person. And so it's very important that we let go of people who have hurt us and the people and the thoughts that disturb us, so that we can move forward in a positive way. So letting go is definitely a freedom for us. And it's very important because that only by letting go, we can actually move on. If we keep holding on to something negative or a bad memory, then it's very difficult for us to move on in the right direction. So letting go is important for us.
Correct, TM Aparna. So, Apoorv, you want to go ahead?
Yes, thank you. Yes, one of the aspects of letting go is I've actually learned from a poem of Rudyard Kipling called If. So in it, it asks you to risk everything that you've actually done, be it the good achievements and accomplishments and triumphs, or the bad memories and failures and pains, right? Both of these are shackles to the past, right? Freedom only exists in the present and the future. If you rest on your laurels, like, yeah, I got 80% in 10th and I got 100% in 12th, and in college my GPA was like 10, right? All of these are again shackles to the past. Letting go not only means letting go from bad memories, but also letting go from the good things and accomplishments and certificates that you have, and say, okay, this is done, it's in the past, let's move on, let's do something else. Over to you.
Thank you, Team Apoorv. Yes, Shyamala ma'am.
Thank you, TMOD Ujjawal. So I agree. And just to build upon what Toastmaster Apoorv said, all of us have been exposed to yoga. And we think that the contorted body poses are the hardest asanas. But trust me, letting go is the hardest asana. Because all of us want to hold, keep, try, cling, good or bad, memories or non-memories. And then letting go is really hard. But how long can you hold your fist tight? At some point, you have to ease and let it go. So to build upon what Rudyard Kipling said, and another song of one of my favorite movies, uh, I'll just sing it out and you would know. And it articulates what Toastmaster Apoorv said. "Bujhuta hamsa kya kahiye ja rahe hain, ye jo hai kam se kam ye rahegi ja rahe hain." And my response would be "Jaane do." Thank you. Over to you, Timor.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shyamala ma'am, for this amazing, beautiful song. And Kamesh, you want to throw some light on this?
Yeah, yes, Toastmaster as well. So I
Yeah,
just
go ahead.
wanted to cite one of the quotes which was quoted by John F. Kennedy. So once he mentioned that change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past are certain to miss the present and the future. So The freedom only begins when you embrace the change. Even William Ernest Henley, he has written these prophetic lines in his poem, The Invictus. I am the master of my fate and I am the captain of my souls. So yes, indeed, we are the masters of our fate and the captains of our soul. At any point of time, we have the opportunity and the ability to turn and mold the life into our favor. That's all I've got to say.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh, for this amazing answer and the quote. So now comes to the third and the most important part of our session today is the evaluation. And I will request General Evaluator Kamesh to take over the stage.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. And we have now come to the evaluation portion of our meeting. And this is an extremely important part of our meeting as it provides the speakers who give prepared speeches with instantaneous feedback from their fellow Toastmaster members. The purpose of the evaluation is to give both positive comments and suggestions for improvement. And hopefully each speaker will feel encouraged by aspects of their speech that went well and motivated to make their speeches even better for the next time. So now I would like to request Toastmaster, who is the evaluators for Toastmaster? Okay, Apoorv. Yeah, Toastmaster Apoorv. Yeah. I would like to request Toastmaster Apoorv to please provide the feedback for paid speaker Toastmaster Shyamala.
Thank you, General Evaluator Kamesh. So let's talk about Toastmaster Shyamala's speech. Title was On a Wing and a Prayer. Let's talk about the great aspect of this speech. And this was a hook I had at least never seen. And this is an amazing learning point. Is in the first intro itself, she's including the target audience when she included Priyanka into her speech. So that's an amazing way of hooking all of us audience into her speech. Things she actually does pretty well, and this is pat down that we've actually seen her, is like when she's stressing on a point, her voice slows down, her even tonality and the effects kind of slow down. So that is when she wants to put an emphasis on a point, it comes out beautifully. There was a loudspeaker moment where she spoke about loudspeakers telling people to leave. So at that point of time, her expressions were on point. Like that's exactly what you would react, how you would react if you were listening to the sudden announcement. Second part is weaving the words into a visual where she, like the bodies were propelled out and you would have parts dismembered here and there. So she's actually painting the entire picture of the scene then. So this caught me vividly and this was an amazing moment in her speech. Let's talk about where she could actually improve, right? There's always scope for improvement. First is there was a lot of back and forth movement on her part. Like I know why that was probably because again, because your camera is at certain angle where the only possible movement for you is back and forth. Okay, so one of the things to do about, I'll talk about in the next one. Second is there were moments in your speech where a pause would have made the speech a lot better, but you only included those pauses in your conclusion, not during the body of your speech. So if you could try that one more time. Second is, yes, when you slow down, sometimes when your voice becomes slow and you're trying to impress on a point, at that point of time, your voice sometimes becomes unclear. Okay, because now both of these, the back and forth motion and the voice unclear part, actually ties into another thing that I would like you to work on. This is the challenging aspect. First is when you're giving a speech, I think you have your camera down below and then you're standing above. So that limits the range of your entire expressions that can happen. So next time, let's say when you're giving the speech or any other speech, have the camera, or let's say use your phone camera and have it at a height of your eye level. So that way, if you're not focusing down your facial expressions, it gives you a better range. Okay. Second is mic. One of the reasons you're doing this back and forth motion and you cannot move along a lot is your mic, because the mic is down there. So you have to be close enough so that it listens. Now this ties in with your slow down and not unclear part as well. Why? Because let's say you have your headphones on and it's like Bluetooth or whatever, then the mic is right here. So even when you're slowing down and your voice is going, the volume is decreasing, the mic, because it's too close to you, it'll capture that. So the unclear part will not happen. you did not have. So one of the things I actually did notice about your speeches in the past couple of times, and it also repeated this time, was that speeches, oh, I'm already in the red, so I'll clear it as quickly as possible. Speeches need to be in a like a roller coaster. You need to go high energy and then you need to go low energy. You are a master of low and medium energy. Like when you want to put emphasis, when you're building a story, that's medium and low energy. So when you need to up the pace a little bit, like put in high energy, that is the only moment in your entire speech that happened was when that loud sound and explosion happened. Right? There was no other moments of loud of that high energy. So if you can weave a sort of energy curve into it, it like a movie, right? You have something happening, or like an explosion happening, then this thing happening, and that happening. So it kind of keeps the people a little more hooked in. So overall, amazing speech and amazing content. Really, I mean, I know, as you said, the content is the speaker's prerogative, but I love the content. You had me hooked, line and sinker. Thank you, Toastmaster Shyamala, for an amazing speech, and over to you, General Evaluator Kamesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Apoorv. Very, very pertinent and very timely, because I'm going to give the speech at 3 o'clock. So may I please request you to make some time available at around 1:30 so I can practice again with you with your feedback incorporated.
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Apoorv. And now I would like to request Toastmaster Ashish to please provide the feedback for Toastmaster Francis.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So Toastmaster Francis, amazing speech. I loved the powerful story, right? I think the best way to talk about your topic was right way to deal with criticism, right? Where you actually want to give out a specific message or specific action items. And the most powerful way to do that is through a story. So the way you narrated the story really brought out that point, brought out the lesson, brought out the insight of what that girl went through, right? And what the master wanted to convey. So that was great. Also, not only leaving it at the lesson, but also giving pointers on how to deal with criticism. And that was presented in a really nice way using easy to remember the 3 C's, right? The credibility, constructive, and caring way. So I think the whole flow was very simple, but very powerful. You know, story, insights, and then takeaways or lessons. So I love that. I think hand gestures and movement was good. There was another aspect of it which I'll talk also, but in a lot of places you did use the hand gestures, and also you turned around when you were having the conversation between the 2 characters. So that was great. Few things where we can improve. I think you mentioned that this was a impromptu prepared speech. So in some places that did show there was a little hesitation. There were times when you were looking there because you were trying to think of what to say. So of course, but that's something you already know, so I won't talk more about that. In terms of gestures, while they were appropriate in some places, there was a lot of hand movements, you know, like this, which was a little distracting. So where you can keep it and then just use it for places where you want to emphasize certain things.
Yeah.
The stage where you used, where you were having the conversation, you turned one side, but you didn't turn the other side when you're having the other side of the conversation, or the voice modulation that may help. I think that's it. And then this is something that even I struggle with, and you know, that you highlighted, which is the tonality and changing of the tone of the story while you're narrating the story would have made it much more powerful. It was a very engaging story because it was a kind of a powerful lesson and powerful insights. So overall, I loved it, and those are, I think, the challenges for you in the that you need to incorporate in the next speech as part of your objective. So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish. I'll definitely give the speech once again with improvements.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashish, for the evaluation. And now I would like to request a timer Swapnil to please provide his feedback. Timer Swapnil.
Swapnil, you're on mute.
Okay, I'm just sharing the info. So here's the speech. Shyamala took 6 0.5 seconds. And Francis, you just drag it out a little bit extra, stretch like almost like 10 minutes. And apart from that, in table topic, almost everyone took the limited time which have. Ashish took like 2.13 seconds, except that everyone is on the time. And for speech evaluator, Apoorv took 4 minutes. It's like 1.5 minutes extra, but it was a great evolution for Shyamala. And Ashish took 2.35 seconds. It's pretty great, almost like on time. Pretty great. Over to you, Mahendra Kamesh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmasters Swapnil. And now I would like to request Toastmaster Prasanna, the accountant for today's meeting, to please provide his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh. I think we had very less fillers words today. So I'll start with Kamesh, who was using 2 R words, and Ujjwal was using 3. Ashish has used 4 times R. Swapnil has used 5 R's and like 3. Priyanka has used 3 times R and 2 times. So I think this is the summary for the. I'll share it in the group as well. The summary.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Prasanna, for the feedback. And now I would like to request Toastmaster Aparna, the grammarian for today's meeting, to please provide with the report.
Share my screen. Yeah, so 2 people use the word of the day, which is Toastmaster Shyamala and Toastmaster Priyanka. Some of the good words that Toastmaster Shyamala uses: anticipation, intense, and I liked her quote, "Wind beneath my wings." Toastmaster Francis, there was this one improper grammatical usage where you said that the girl tell that to the master. So maybe we can just replace it by girl informed the master or spoke to her master. And I like some of the quotes that you mentioned. No, just a second. No one is perfect. I will not take constructive feedback from someone who has not constructed anything in life. Rain and sunlight to bloom a flower. Tiny drops of water make a mighty ocean. Toastmaster Apoorv, like the quote, shackles to the past. Toastmaster Kamesh, masters of our fate and captain of my soul. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Aparna, for the feedback. And now it's a time to provide the entire review of the meeting. So the meeting started at 10:01 and we were late by 10 minutes. And the sergeant at arms, I mean, I took up the role of sergeant at arms and I tried to lay down all the rules. And before the start of the meeting from the next time, the vice president education of the club needs to ensure that the roster is full and all the rules are filled beforehand so that there won't be any glitches while during the meeting. And the TMOD has established the theme perfectly. But during the absence of the presiding officer, the TMOD is supposed to interact with the guests and make them aware of the meeting proceedings. Coming to timers, Swapnil, you did an amazing job and thank you so much for instantly taking up the role of line. And I request the club executive committee to organize an induction session so that even the new members will get aware of all the rules that we need to follow in the meeting. So the different kind of rules that we go through, so that in case, let's say, future, if there are any rules which were not taken up by any of the members, so this anyone can take it up in a fly. So kudos to you, timers, Swapnil. And since you're new to this meeting and this role, I can say you have done an amazing job. And coming to our Counter Prasanna Kumar, so you have laid down the rules perfectly and the report was detailed and precise. And Grammarian Aparna, you also did an amazing job by introducing the word of the day. And what I felt was like maybe you can also introduce the phrase of the day, because word of the day and the phrase of the day are actually a part of every meetings. So please ensure that the next time we also need to introduce the phrase of the day as well. Coming to the prepared speeches, the speakers were well prepared and both the evaluators, Apoorv and Ashish, acknowledged the positive and even suggested something to do better. The tone was positive and appropriate for the experience level of the speaker. And in addition to that, I just request all the members and the speakers to adhere to the timing guidelines so that we never overshoot the time. So that's all from my side. And overall, it was really an amazing learning session for today. And I'm now handing over the control to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Ujjawal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kamesh, for this detailed report about overall meeting. Just one end point I just like to mention about this theme. So whenever you feel a situation where you feel down or you feel hurt, so do one thing, practice refocusing on the present and forget the past to help you to focus on the future. This comes to an end of this meeting, and I am requesting Toastmaster Shyamala ma'am to if you have any announcements or anything.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ujjawal. Very tightly managed TMOD session, and all of us thoroughly enjoyed it. And thank you for the tips on letting go as well. Great set of speeches, evaluations, and an awesome set of table topics that I totally enjoyed. I love the one that you gave to Swapnil. Imagine me being a plastic and then seeing how I need to purpose my case. That was just brilliant. And thank you, Swapnil, for rising to that challenge. And no further announcements. Looking forward to everybody in the in-person meeting next week. Francis, Toastmaster Francis, anything from your side?
Yeah, we can quickly take up few of the roles for the coming meeting. Somebody who wants to take up the TMOD role? TMOD role. Toastmaster Prasanna, do you want to try TMOD?
I will take the table topics for next week.
Okay. Okay, so anybody else? Toastmaster Kamesh, do you want to try TMOD?
Francis, actually this week it may not be possible, so I will take up the role of speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, because at TMOD I need to do some elaborative research on that.
Aparna, it's been a while since we have been waiting for your speech. You want to give a speech or TMOD? Any of these roles?
Okay, I'll pick up TMOD.
Great.
Francis, I will be the speaker for next week.
Okay. Next we have GE. Somebody who wants to take up the general evaluator role. Swapnil, do you want to try general evaluator? Okay.
Yeah, we can give it to Toastmasters Swapnil.
Actually, I might not available next week. I might be in Pune, so I have no idea. That's why.
Okay, so we have two evaluators, tag team and the general evaluator role. So Apoorv will not be there. No, Apoorv and Swapnil will not be there the next week. So Priyanka, which role do you want to take? Priyanka and Prasanna, you can. Prasanna is table topic master, right? Aparna is TMOD. Okay. Ujjawal, which one do you want to take?
Hold on, I will be the speaker.
Oh yeah, you are the speaker, right? Sorry. Toastmaster Ashish, which Ashish and Shyamala.
Yeah, I might not be there. I'll confirm because I'm doing a course over the weekend. So.
Okay. Toastmaster Shyamala, can I put you for general evaluator?
Follow him. So I will confirm back to you also.
Okay, sure. So then let me reach out to the other people, other members of the club, and then we'll make it happen. The next
I
week is
can
an
do
in-person.
general evaluator.
Okay.
I'll try.
Sure. So I've put your name for general evaluator. Yeah. So any addition of the roles, I'll let you know in the group. Or else it would be helpful if you can, self-nominate yourselves on Easy Speak for these roles. Okay, so if it's possible, please do that. And yeah, hope to see you all next week. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Do you want to take a picture?
The sergeant at arms is supposed to end the meeting.
Take the picture. Who's taking?
Just give me a minute.
Yeah, Francis, actually the sergeant at arms is supposed to end the meeting.
So how is the ending? Can you just tell, because we have never ended it with sergeant at arms. It's the presiding officer who usually ends it.
Yeah, but the presiding officer will be handing over to sergeant in case if I'm not wrong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to take up the? I know Toastmaster Aparna is SA, but for a demonstration purpose, you want to try ending the meeting for the day?
Me?
No, I meant Kamesh, because
Kamesh,
he
okay.
knows.
Yeah, nothing. So with this, I declare that the 123rd meeting of Meadows Toastmasters Club has ended. So the meeting is officially ended now.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Toastmaster Kamesh. We'll do this from next time.
Would you like to take a picture?
Sure, I'll take a picture.
I have already taken.
Okay, great.
We didn't smile.
Yeah, now you can take.
So Francis, you can take it once again.
Okay, give me a second. 3, 2, 1. Okay, wait, 3, 2, 1. Yes, I've got it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Ta-da.